going to kind of teach you a little bit about transpiration and cohesion by using a carnation. So, could we get a volunteer to start?
One volunteer. You get this cookies and cream candy bar.
So,
Alright, come on. Alright, this is our work zone. Alright, so on the screen it says our first step is to cut off 4 inches of each carnation with scissors. Okay, so here's a ruler if you would like to measure. Or you can just eyeball it. Alright.
I just put it in the water?
Yep.
Yep. Just cut the stem off.
Yeah.
And then use the knife to cut straight down the middle. And I'll show you how.
Ooh.
I cut myself. Wow, that's cool.
Wow.
Yeah, just cut straight down the middle. Of that
You can lay it
carnation.
on the table. I used the wrong side of the knife yesterday, and I cut my finger.
How far do I? Just like from here?
Yeah.
It's kind of difficult. And the reason that we're splitting it down the middle is so we can use the same carnation and then have 2 different colors at the same time. And so we can test and see whether or not the flower is able to take in 2 different colors at the same time.
So it's just a matter of preference.
That's
If you want more than one color, or you can do like just one
Is that
color.
good enough? No? Oh!
No, it's okay. We have an extra, so
Yeah.
it messes up. It's
You're
okay.
fired before you get hurt.
Okay, I think I got it.
Alright.
Do I need to like, oh, I'm just breaking it.
That's okay. We can do another one. That one would be
Gosh,
just
that's
like an
hard.
extra. Alright, here you go.
Show this again.
Those are really cool. Okay, no, you're fine. No, you're doing good.
So what is she doing?
She is cutting
Cutting the
this
stem in half.
in half.
With
Why
a
do you do
knife.
that?
We are doing that so we can put it in 2 different colors at once and test whether or not it will split down the middle and have 2 different colors, or the colors will mix together, or there won't be any color at all. So that's what we're testing to see if it works out.
Okay.
You already tested this, you already know the answer.
Yes, we tested it.
I'm so excited.
Okay, I did it. I don't want to do any more if I break it anymore.
Okay, we can cut it down.
Do I need to cut it more?
Yeah, it's like all the way.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, it's okay, but you're doing good, so that was a really good first step. Okay. It's like you're a surgeon,
Yeah.
and you have to make the right decisions.
I know, I didn't know I was going to come to school today and perform surgery.
You get a candy bar.
It's like this is an episode of Grey's Anatomy.
Yes.
It is. It's
I didn't
very
get to watch
great.
the new episode last night, so.
I need to start watching that again.
It's getting good again.
It is getting good. It's really good. I'm excited. I caught up the other day.
That's what Sunday afternoons are for.
Okay.
You didn't take
Getting
it
there.
on Grey's Anatomy, right?
Like here, maybe?
Yes, that'll be good.
Oh no.
That's
Oh,
okay.
I can't ruin
Just
it.
keep going. No, it's all good. We have tape. Tape fixes everything.
This is so much harder than it looks.
That's why I
Can you
cut
not
myself.
take the scissors and just go straight up?
It's too skinny, I think, and the scissors are too big. All right.
You do it. Okay. I'll touch it.
Alright.
All right, is really gonna say step number 2?
Yeah. So you are using the knife. Then you do some food coloring. And like we said before, since we're doing this method, we're trying to get 2 colors on it.
All right, be careful with the blue if you can't tell like by my fingers and stuff.
Just stay here.
Yeah.
All right.
And it also has like a little leaky valve.
All right. That's
And
scary.
so we have to be careful.
It'll look like PETA sprayed on your coat there, your vest.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
How many drops do I need? Just a little bit.
Yes.
I'm just gonna do
It's like leaving.
That's good.
Well, you get a blue shirt on at least.
Yeah,
So
you
maybe
put it on.
here.
It's an off shirt. I'm gonna get a little bit new one.
All right, next
Oh, we
step.
did it! Yay.
Next step, you want to place the carnations in the water. make sure the two parts are separated.
Got it, we did that.
All right. And then now you just wait for a while. Okay, so some questions before we kind of like see our results. Which color do you think will be soaked up first? Just some things to think about.
All right, who thinks which color is going to be soaked up first? These are just like prediction questions.
Yellow.
I think the blue.
Blue, yellow,
I'm gonna say orange, yellow, whatever color.
orange, yellowish. Katie?
Blue.
Blue. All right, next question.
And then do you think the colors are going to like mix? Like blue and yellow make green, or just like different blue and yellow combinations, or
I think it'll just be like blue on one side and yellow on the other, or red, whatever color.
That's what I think.
I think they might cross a little bit in the middle. Like, I
Yeah,
don't think they'll
like-
make green, but just kind of like intertwine a little bit.
and then will they be? Do you think they'll be divided in half, or do you think it'll be throughout? Like the
Yeah, we think.
I think it's gonna have a little more blue in it because this stem is just a little bit thicker.
It's a good prediction.
I'm with her.
How long will it take?
24 hours.
Yeah, I would say at least a few hours.
And then which will be the lightest color?
I also think that it would determine, if you like put it by the window, that it would help speed it up.
Just dry it out.
Expedite the process.
And then, do you think it'll even work? All right. So what's going to basically cause this all is two different processes. Transpiration is the first one, and it's basically where the water evaporates from the leaves. And there's different factors that kind of influence. As the temperature rises, transpiration rates rise because there's water getting pulled out of the leaves, so it's going to be trying to pull some more in. And then the higher the humidity, the lower the transpiration rate. If the atmosphere around it's pretty moist, then it's not going to need it as much. And then also, increased movement of the air around the plant will result in a high transpiration rate. Have you ever been like in a field with like hay on a windy day? You know how it dries out so quick? It does that to living plants too. It dries it out real quick. And then when the moisture is lacking, it can begin to like senesce, I can't even remember how to pronounce it, which is premature aging, which can result in leaf loss. So, yeah. And then plants transpire at different rates, depending on the plant, the conditions around it, other things. And we've got a YouTube video, if I can touch it without dyeing the mouse blue.
If you type in on YouTube, transpiration for dummies, you get a really simple.
Go ahead. Oh,
Oh, if you type it on YouTube, you get a really simple explanation of transformation for dummies. So now we can all do it. Well,
Transpiration. Transpiration is the process by which plants release water into the atmosphere. Mineral nutrients and water are absorbed through soil by the plant. During this process, water is transpired through the leaves, and this process of evaporation of water generates a suction pull which pulls the water to great heights, such as in the case of tall trees. Transpiration helps the plants to stay cool, just like the way perspiration keeps humans and animals cool.
so that's just kind of a quick rundown of it. Kind of gives you a visual. Let's see. All right.
All right, so next we also have cohesion. And cohesion goes along with transpiration. And cohesion is actually, it's like the example down here. It's like a milkshake, and you have your straw, and then the milkshake is really, really thick. And so it's really hard for you to kind of like suck the milkshake up the straw because of all the pressure. And so the stem is where the cohesion takes place. It is sucking that water up that stem, and it's kind of like how we're drinking a milkshake. With all the pressure on it, it's really hard to get the water up to the top where the flower really needs it. And the reason that cohesion actually happens is because of transpiration, like Israel talked about.
Oh.
No, you're good.
Okay, and then this is basically like the experiment before the transpiration. You can see there's N2 planes, very similar to that, except there's no blue planes. And then what it should look like after is just basically this. Got some different videos. These are more solid colored ones. They're not. Down here is a little bit divided. You can see he actually didn't even put food coloring in one of them. So this is your after results.
And the reason that we didn't have one on site is because when we researched, it said it only took like 3 to 4 hours. And so last night when I did the experiment, it hadn't changed color yet. And so I didn't want to bring it in and be like, y'all, like, you guys are lying to us. This does not actually work. Because it does actually work. We just didn't do the amount of hours it actually required. So.
We failed. We apologize.
Yes.
We're not perfect.
But it does work.
So it does work. It's really neat. And I know other people kind of face the same struggles, like who have even had theirs even longer than we did. And then, so we're going to do a little recap.
Yes, for candy.
For candy.
Kit Kats.
So get pumped.
And Allie Joe will get this cookies and cream pressure bar.
All right. So the first question, what is transpiration? Can someone explain that?
Releasing water, like from the leaves, so you can cool them. And it also like facilitates water going up through the leaves.
You got it.
All right, do you want a Kit Kat or a Reese's Cup? Oh, bring me a Reese's Cup. All right. Here, I'll throw it.
All right. Cohesion. What is cohesion?
It's like when the stem is sucking water up to the get to the flower.
Kit Kat or Reese's Cup?
Basically.
Yeah, it is Reese's Cup already. All right. Now, why did the process of transpiration and cohesion actually work? Or like, how did it work?
In this experiment, or well, they kind of like go hand in hand. So like you have to transpire in order to like have room for the water to go up and replace it.
Yeah. Reese's Cup or Kit Kat?
I'll have a cake like this one.
Okay. How Kit Kats? All right, that's left-handed.
What is a real-world example of like something similar to transpiration and cohesion?
Milkshake, and you like trying to suck like the milkshake up with a straw.
Right. And then, how are we able to witness the actual process and cohesion through incarnation? Well, if the experiment worked, how would we do it?
Color.
Yep. And that's the end of the slideshow. You can buy our book at www.harrodmullins.com.
Harrod Mullins.